with me.
Yes, we thank you. We give you the glory, oh most holy Creator. We thank you for all the things that you've done. We thank you for your mercy and your favor. We thank you that the truth comes out concerning the Congo. We thank you that these things is being revealed. And when something is being revealed and it comes out, we know that deliverance is in progress. Yes, yes, yes. We thank you for those things. Yes, that those people can enjoy years of just peace and prosperity. And we thank God for that. Yes, not that I covet or anyone else covets their gold and their Fortran and all these things, but that the fact is they can sell it at a reasonable price and have machinery to do those things that are right before you. And we also thank you that the things are coming out in this country where we live. And we thank you that these things are going to be revealed, that deliverance come, and that those who are evil in this land will be done away with. And you're going to do it according to your way and how you perceive and how you want to do it. Yes, even the system of this place. And we thank you for these things. Yes, we give you the glory and the praise, most holy Sanini Nainini. Yes, even all over the place, even where a thief is just deleting each other, that the fact is you are causing this thing to happen, and then when the victor comes out, there shall be another that comes. Even Jacob, even those who that land was allotted to. Yes, 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 and we thank you for your love for us is great, and we thank you for that love that you've given us, and that love is a delivering love. It's a love that pushes up. It's a love that causes one to come out of his degradation if he changes ways, because you are God that does not play, and flesh is nothing to you. And we thank you for all that you've done. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, flesh's nations of the world are as a drop in the bucket. They're nothing. They're less than nothing, saith the Most High. That's what it is. See, we try to bring the Most High to our level. No, it can't be. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? The Most High is not on your level, my friend. He's not on your understanding. If you read the laws, statutes, and commandments, you see where the law of the Most High is and why he does what he does. But many of you have shunned the law. You have caused the law, statutes, and commandments and ordinances of the Most High to be pushed aside, to go to the New Testament, which has been orchestrated. And also it has been overshadowed. You've been laced with all kind of psychosis of liberalism and the way of this world, and what seemeth right unto other men and those as a collective, it seems right to you. But it's not the way of the Most High. The way of the Most High is the law, statutes, and ordinances that he has prescribed not only for Israel, but before that he prescribed it for the whole world, but they would not see. They delved themselves into idolatry, just as we're doing now. But we're going further, not only idolatry, but we go into every sensual act known to man. And these things carry a price. There's a price for pleasure. That kind of pleasure. There's no price you have to pay to go fishing. There's no price you got to pay to love your wife and your children or your wives. There's no price there except for those who hate righteousness. There's no price for those who would lay down in his house and drink a glass of wine, or maybe take a sip here and there to relax his soul and be merry. Forget about the day's troubles or the day's stresses. There's no price. For the commandments of the Most High are not grievous. Even your New Testament told you that before they corrupted it. Yes, they're not grievous. God gives you every liberty in the world to do what you want to do. But what he does is tell you you're going to love your neighbor as yourself. But first of all, you're not going to have any idols. You're going to love God above all that. He said this to all the nations. What are you talking about? But then he saw a man named Abram who stole his heart because he was adamant about the things of one who created all things. Yes, and we thank God for those of you that have subscribed or those of you that have followed, and we thank God for you from the beginning, and you've stuck here and you've got discernment of the scriptures. Let me tell you something. One thing about the scriptures, you can get discernment. You don't have to have all this stuff, because what happens when the word of God dwells in you? When you have studied a thing, when you know a thing, things come up that doesn't compute, that doesn't act right. What do? No, that's not right. That's not what the word of God says. Not just the here and there, but what does the law of the Most High says? This is wisdom. His way. That's God's way. That's not man's way. Man despises the law, commandments, ordinances, and statutes of the Most High. He sacrificed pigs. He's gone to the point of he demises people. He steals. He kills. He destroys. He's jealous. He's covetous. And he's idolatrous. Yes, these things happen. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and we thank God for those of you. I had to stop right there to say something. But anyway, we thank God for those of you that came in the midst, and those of you that have just subscribed or followed, and we give God the glory and the praise for you. And also we thank God for those of you that are about to subscribe or follow, and we glorify. We know algorithms are going to mess up and all that, but it's getting out to you. You're getting something. That's the thing that I'm getting at. I'm not worried about the numbers. Not worried about it. It concerned me at first, but now I look at it and I just keep going. Because I know Satan or the Satans are in the mix. They don't want you to know nothing. And also some other subscribers or those who have good content. It's also the algorithm. Some over religious or some contrary religious person or something that triggers something is behind this. It could be just one person laughing and then study doing his little thing so he don't get found out that he's manipulating people's pages as to their likes and their follows and their subscribers. Yes, you're going to be found out either way. It's going to be evident eventually. But we thank God for you, and you. I didn't mean to linger so long. But anyway, we're talking about Leah. We was talking about Leah in the 36th chapter of Jubilees. Yes. And it was said of her that she was a gentle and peaceable and upright and honorable. And the last verse 24, he said, Isaac or Jacob remembered her deeds which she had done during her life, and he lamented her exceedingly. For he loved her with all his heart and with all his soul. Woo, man, you can find a woman like Leah. Oh, man, you better hang. You ain't got to hang on. All you have to do is love her. That's all. She ain't got to be all that pretty. She ain't got to have on all that makeup. She gonna already has a natural body because this woman going to be doing the things that she's supposed to do. She ain't going to be lazy laying around the house eating all kind of fatty foods. She going to think about her health and how she looked to you in her body to attract you. And then with her smile, when she smiles, then her eyes is going to smile right back at you, even though they're weak looking. She might not be the prettiest of all those you see here and there and putting on this false makeup like they used to do in the burlesque shows, these men in gay Paris, like they say in the cartoons. But still, she is a beautiful woman inside and out. And in verse 1 of chapter 37, it says, on that day, Esau, even Isaac, the father of Jacob and Esau, died. And the sons of Esau heard that Isaac had given the portion of the elder to his younger son, Jacob, and they were very angry. Now remember what I told you. Keep note of this Esau and his words. And watch how lust is conceived. And look how where Satan comes in at. You're going to see this. He says, now, he had given a portion to his elder and younger son, and Jacob, and they were very angry. And they strove with their father, saying, why hath thy father given Jacob the portion of the elder and passed over thee, although thou art the elder and Jacob the younger? So he should have never even told them that. And he said unto them, because I sold my birthright to Jacob for a small mess of lentils. This is English. And on the day my father sent me to hunt and catch and bring him something that he should eat and bless me, he came with guile and brought my father food and drink. His grandfather, his grandmama all had something to do with it. His mama, they all had something to do with that. He's trying to bring pity upon himself. Now, and my father blessed him and put me under his hand. And now our father has caused us to swear, me and him, that we should not mutually devise evil either against his brother, and that we shall continue in love and in peace each other with his brother, and not make our ways corrupt. Verse 5, and they said unto him, we shall not hearken unto thee to make peace with him, for our strength is greater than his strength. Oh, here comes Satan. Here comes the Satans. When lust is conceived. Oh, come on. Greater than his strength. We are more powerful than he. We shall go against him and slay him and destroy him and his sons. This is where you get nations. This is how this culminates, even what you see today. We shall go over to Congo. We shall slay all of them and take all their precious metals and sell them to the highest bidder that finances our army to do so. Our own brother. Yes, is what they're saying. And we shall destroy him and his sons, and if thou wilt not go with us, we shall do hurt to... they even said they were going to hurt their father. Honor thy mother and thy father, that days may be long upon this earth. So they're going to put fear in their father that we're going to kill you too, or delete you or demise you, or however words you want to put it. Verse 6. And now hearken unto us, let us send unto Amram and Philistina and Moab. And Ammon, why do you need all that if you were more than him by yourself? And let us choose ourselves chosen men who are ardent for battle, and let us go against him and do battle with him, and let us exterminate him from the earth before he groweth strong. And their father said unto them, do not go, do not make war with him, lest ye fall before him. And they said unto him, this too is exactly thy mode of action from thy youth until this day. Thou art putting thy neck under his yoke. Did not he say that you're going to be under the yoke of your brother Jacob? And we shall not hearken to these words. And he said to Amram and Aduram, to the friend of their father, and they hired along with them 1,000 fighting men, chosen men of war, and they came to them from Moab and from the children of Ammon, and those who were hired 1,000 chosen men from Philistia, and 1,000 chosen men of war from Edom, even the Edomites. That's who they were anyway. And those of the Horites, 1,000 chosen fighting men, and from the Kittim, these are Canaanites, mighty men of war. And they said unto their father, go forth with them and lead them, else we shall slay thee. And he was filled with wrath and indignation. They got Isaac all hyped up. Isaac's all hyped up before the Most High and before the devils who have entreated and been before the Most High. We shall go down and we shall stir him up. See, this is what happens in heaven. This is why you should read the word of the Most High, not just the New Testament. The New Testament is like a ribbon and a flower put on and a man tiptoeing through the tulips. But this is telling you the whole truth about the thing and who God is. Yes. And he was filled with wrath and indignation, seeing that his sons were forcing him to go before him and lead them against Jacob, even Jacob, his brother. 13, but after he remembered all the evil which laid hidden in his heart against Jacob, his brother, he remembered not the oath which he had sworn to his father and to his mother, and he would advise them to the evil of all his days against Jacob, his brother. 14, and notwithstanding all this, Jacob knew not that they were coming against him. He didn't know to battle, and he was mourning for Leah, his wife. I mean, a beautiful woman, inside and out. And his wife, until they approached very near to the lower, to the tower with the 4,000 warriors and chosen men of war, verse 15, and the men of Hebron sent to him, saying, behold, thy brother hath come against thee. In other words, here's Jacob, a peaceable, righteous man. Peaceable and righteous don't mean you can't defend yourself. Peaceable and righteous don't mean you can't slap a person across the face when he comes against you. You can't put him down when he's trying to put you down. That peaceable and righteousness says, I want to do what's fair. But if you come against me, hey, it is on then, you know. And then next thing you know, here we go. He said, with 4,000 girt with the sword, and they carry shields and weapons, for they love Jacob more than Esau. You know, a righteous man, they know Jacob's going to keep his word. Kobe's going to keep his word. These are the attributes of those that are of a Kobe. They keep their word. They're righteous. They're peaceful. But don't mess with them. Now, so they told him for Jacob was a more liberal and merciful man than Esau. Come on here. Woo. It says now, verse 16, but Jacob would not believe until they came very near to the tower, because why? He know the oath that they kept before their father. And he said, no, Esau wouldn't do this. He was trying to be in denial. In 17, he closed the gates of the tower, and he stood on the battlements, on the, whatever they want to call it, some old English stuff, and spake to his brother Esau and said, noble is the comfort wherewith thou hast come to comfort me. For my wife who has died, is this the oath that thou didst swear to thy father again and to thy mother before they died? In other words, you made an oath. Our mama and our father and our mother. You made an oath, Esau. You said you would not do this thing. But little did you know the devil, just like the devil got into the wife of who? Job. And he said, you don't sound like my wife. She wasn't. It was in their mind. See, that's why we fight not against principalities and powers, but we fight against principalities and powers, rulers of the dark who infiltrate the minds of men. That is the political battle. Their political ideology, which comes from devils. All these wars come from devils. That's what they come from. They serve the Most High to carry out his purpose. They do, whether they want to or not. And he said, who had died, and this is the oath that thou didst swear to thy father, and again thou hast broken the oath, and on the moment that thou didst swear to thy father wast thou condemned. In other words, they knew you wasn't going to keep your word, Esau. They knew it. You never keep your word, Esau. Never. And then Esau answered and said to him, neither the children of men nor the beasts of the earth have any oath of righteousness which is in swearing, and they have sworn an oath valid forever. But every day they devise evil one against another, and how each may slay his adversary and foe. And dost thou hate me and my children, Jacob says to him, and there is no observing the tie of the brotherhood with thee? You're supposed to be my brother. Hear these words which I declare to thee. If the boar can change his skin and make his bristles as soft as wool, or if it can cause the horn to sprout forth on his head like the horns of the stag of a sheep, then shall I observe the tie of brotherhood with thee. In other words, you're not going to change your ways, not from the day that you sold your birthright. He said, if the beasts separated themselves from their mother, or thou hast not been a brother to me, and if the wolves make peace with the lambs so as not to devour or to do them violence, and if their hearts are not toward them for good, there will be peace in my heart toward thee. He said, regardless, I'm not going to change. But you have not changed from the original heart that you had. Now, if the lion becometh the friend of the ox and maketh peace with him, and if he is bound under one yoke with him and plowed him with him, then I shall make peace with thee. And when the raven becometh white as the laza, then that I know I have loved thee, and shall make peace with thee, and thou be rooted out, and thy son shall be rooted out, and there shall be no peace for thee. And with that, we're going to continue this. Peace. No matter how life goes, one thing I know.